Arkham Origins is underrated and deserves more praise than it got. Wait! Let me explain! Covering this game since there has been a lot of teasers for Batman Arkham, Court of Owls or Arkham Legacy, whatever it will be named. There's a new Batman game coming by WB Montréal, so a new game is coming. And I've recently played Batman Arkham Origins on PlayStation Now. Yeah, that's another controversial thing I like at the moment. Been two birds with one stone in this video already. Either way, playing it on there reminded me how much fun I have with the game and how it doesn't get the credit it deserves. So in this video I will be looking into Arkham Origins and why it is underrated. Batman Arkham Origins came out on October 25th, 2013, the third game in the Arkham Games series. After one of my favourite games of all time, Arkham City, it is a prequel to the Arkham series. The game sold approximately 6.9 million, which is great but underwhelming for a franchise as big as Batman Arkham. Asylum sold 11.1 million, City sold 14.3 million, Night sold close to City's numbers, total is unknown. Because of this, all the collections and remasters have forgotten this game exists live. The game's main storyline is set 5 years before 2009's Batman Arkham Asylum and follows a younger, less refined Batman. A bounty is placed on him by crime lord Black Mask, drawing 8 of the world's greatest assassins to Gotham City on Christmas Eve. These assassins are lookalike steroids addict Bane, man-child with a gun Deadshot, DC's Deadpool,
Oh, hello.
Deathstroke, Edward Scissorhands' evil little sibling Copperhead, the weird kid in the corner at school who liked playing with matchsticks, Firefly, the hardest assassin in the game, Electrocutioner, my brother when he's not allowed any food, Killer Croc, and not a Final Fantasy summon, Shiva. Other villains that appear in the game include the Joker, wouldn't be a Batman game without him, Cockney umbrella wielding Penguin, Alice obsessed Mad Hatter, and this game's version of a terrorist who probably thinks the earth is flat, Anarchy, everyone's favourite collectible racer, Enigma. This is based on your personal opinion, but here is the general reasons this game is regarded as the outsider of the Arkham series. Let's get the big one out of the way. Rocksteady didn't make the game. You can see why this is an instant no for the fans, but give Warner Bros. Montreal a chance. There is also no Kevin Conroy as Batman. He is replaced by Roger Craig Smith, Sonic the Hedgehog and Ezio from Assassin's Creed's voice actor. There is also no Mark Hamill as the Joker. He said he retired from the role after Arkham City, but made more appearances after, like you do. He was played by Troy Baker, the voice of Joel in The Last of Us and other countless franchises in the video game industry. These are two of the most important parts of the Batman Arkham games, and Batman in general, but if you can overlook it, then you can play this game. I'm going to dive into the story for a little bit, so spoilers, but this game came out in 2013. You've had plenty of time to play it. Skip to the timestamp to avoid it if you want. People were a bit with the plot twist with the Joker being the person actually behind the bounty and being the main antagonist again, with the Joker being the centre of the chaos in the game. I don't mind this because I love the Joker, but it did rub people up the wrong way. Other people said they encountered bugs in parts of the game, but I didn't encounter any of these problems. Maybe people didn't like the game just because it wasn't made by Rocksteady. We all know what fans can be like. Now onto the things I liked about the game. Remember, this is my opinion, so you may not agree with what has been said. This is what I think. To start with, the map was bigger than Arkham City and was the biggest map on the Arkham series at the time before Arkham Knight. I know some landmarks were a copy and paste of City, but for the game set in the same city before, some of it was sectioned off into Arkham City. You can understand why some places were back from the past games. Also added fast travel into the game with the Batwing. I know it can be a pain in the arse with network towers, but getting rid of them will let you plummet down whenever you want. There's also an improved detective mode, adding the effect of playing back events and giving the player the option to rewind to find hidden clues that would help you solve crime cases. This part of the game was implemented into Arkham Knight because of how well it went down with the players. They also changed the combat in some places, like adding a remote grapple gun. They also added a new type of bad guys, like your Venom users, where you would have to stun them, beat them to rip off the Venom off, then fight them normally. There are also your martial arts guys, where they would interrupt your attacks on them and counter you, leading you to have to counter back. These enemies added an extra depth to the combat and made it more difficult. Speaking on the combat, the boss fights are great in the game, especially compared to Arkham Knight, when half of them were tank battles. One of the best boss fights is the Deathstroke facing off in a fast-paced one-on-one fight, pushing them both to their limits in the process. What did Arkham Knight do? Shove him in a tank battle and called it a day.
Why?
They also introduced fairly unknown villains into the game, like Copperhead, Firefly, Shiva and Anarchy. These characters wouldn't have been that well known outside of comic book readers, so it's nice for the game to branch out into the deep depths of Batman's rogue gallery. I also love Bane's role in the story, giving him a more significant role in the game rather than being a side quest or a boss like in others. What he does and finds causes big repercussions for Bruce. I also loved the more in-depth look into Bruce and Alfred's relationship in the early years of Batman, showing the strain the Batman persona has on them both and the bond between the two, and how it develops through the course of the game. This can be said for Gordon and Batman having to learn to trust each other, working together through the corrupt GCPD. I also love the soundtrack for the game. I've spoken about this in another video that I will link in the description below. From what has been said in this video, you should make your own mind up about the game, but I think the game is underrated and deserves more recognition than it got. It expanded on the things laid out in Arkham City and added things that were implemented into Knight. Even if you can't play this game, you should look forward to the next Batman game. Even though it won't be made by Rocksteady, with Arkham Knight being the last game in their series, the series is in safe hands with WB Montreal.